Hi there and welcome. This is Roger V, founder of Swift Cloud. And in this video, I want to give you a really quick tour of Swift Radar and what it can do for you. Now, first off, Swift Radar is currently free. We do have longer term plans to split off a paid version, but at this time it's just open, it's free, we just want it to be useful to you. It's a powerful tool that can absolutely make you money and improve your life depending on what you do with it. It does take a little creativity to think about what are your signals that matter to you. So let's jump into what it can do. What Swift Radar can do is like a radar, it can monitor signals around the web and then act upon them. Now right now we've only got a few possible actions, which are display in the user interface just to kind of keep an eye on. It'll just be up to you to log in and peek in once in a while. We are adding email notification. You will also be able to create a Swift CRM selling opportunity, a sales lead, which can also interface with Swift Marketing. So if this is a lead that you want to pursue and or incubate, then you can do that with Swift Marketing, which is a marketing tool suite. So here's a couple examples. I'm logged in as a real estate agent right now, and I'll show you that in a moment. And some of the things that we can do is monitor RSS feeds for the phrase moving sale or estate sale. So in this case, we're going to monitor Craigslist, which automatically has an RSS feed to it. You could also monitor the newspaper, like the local newspaper a lot of times has an RSS feed, which may be tied to their classifieds. And so you could feed that in as a signal, and every time this phrase, moving sale, shows up, it would then create a record in Swift Radar, which you may want to just stop by the moving sale and maybe a lead for you to pursue. Another thing we can do is the same thing and monitor for FSBO or for sale by owner, something like that. We can also monitor the Twitter feeds or any RSS feed, including changelogs. So there are various sites around the web that will provide you an RSS. They'll export an RSS feed. And so you can use those to keep an eye on your competition. For example, every time they change their website, it would then update the change to the RSS, and that RSS can be plugged into Swift Radar. So this is a great way to monitor your competition, whatever your business is. You could also, in the case of, let's say, a real estate agent, again, watch for job offer, look for relocation assistance, something like that. So this is just one particular use case based on real estate. What's going to work for you is going to depend on your industry, right? But there are signals in the case of let's say, new business. If you're in B2B sales, you might want to watch domain registrations. And so you'd need to find an RSS feed of new domain registrations and then get in touch with those people through that method. So let's jump into the actual dashboard. Now at the top, when you first create a new page, a new account, you're just going to have home and data. And those are your only two systems, and the home page is going to be blank because we don't know what is important to you. You can create any number of pages up here, and in the near future, maybe by the time you see this, you'll even be able to stack those vertically if you want, and if you wanted to have, let's say, a SWOT, strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threat analysis. You could put all of your opportunities under one, press and PR. A lot of times what publicity and PR is really about is sort of, in a good way, electronically stalking journalists and people who cover your industry for a chance to engage with them and demonstrate your expertise and help them solve a problem. So typical journalist who works at the TV station is just looking to solve a problem called, how do I find an expert who knows the housing market by 5 o'clock because I have a TV news segment and I need a little blurb about, Southland prices are going up or going down or who knows what. For you to be that expert, you just need to engage with those agents. So what you could do is tie that to, let's say, their Twitter feed, right? Somebody who covers your beat, as it were, and stay engaged with them, answer their questions, and make yourself available, and make sure they have your personal contact info. If they ever need a weekend call or something like that, that's the kind of thing that could get you a ton of press, which is basically free advertising. Let's jump back over here to actually setting one up. In this case, we have, I don't know what I have. I think I just have homes for sale. Oh, this was probates. I'm sorry. I set in probate. So what I was doing is monitoring a couple different attorneys' web pages for probate deals, I think. And so when you click on this, you will see details about that. Now, we used to be able to automatically retrieve from Craigslist the phone number and the email, and that's why you see it over here. And a lot of times for other RSS feeds, we will automatically fish that out. If it's a phone number and it's a US formatted phone number, it's automatically going to get imported in there. Craigslist is now hiding that deliberately, and we cannot choose not to break into that because it'll create this sort of spy, counter spy. So all you have to do is click on any record, see the contact info. You can see their phone, and if you wanted to, you could certainly create this as a new selling opportunity in Swift CRM. We'll have a one-click export here in the near future, but in the short term, what you can do is if you look at it and you think it's a match, then give them a call and decide, okay, this might be a probate deal for you or something like that. So let's set up a few for you. So what you'll do is you go to Data, Sources, and Feeds. It's going to get to a page that looks like this, and all of your existing pages are right here, right? So in this case, in the case of Craigslist, here's an example. We just go here and we search for FSBO in the real estate section. In the very far bottom right, you'll see RSS. On a PC, you can usually right-click. So if you go copy link address right there, and that will copy the URL of the RSS feed, and we'll just paste that right here. We're going to paste this into, we're going to add a new one. Let's say we're called FSBO. Well, in this case, we already have FSBO, but we just go here to FSBOs. It's going to load, and you can add multiple cities and even multiple feeds. It's really as many as you want. So if you wanted to monitor all of Craigslist, if you wanted to monitor 20 different cities, that's fine. Every 4 hours, it's going to go out there and look for new records. All those feeds, you would just paste that right here. In this case, you could blacklist. Let's say you wanted to say real estate agent. Let's say if the phrase real estate agent is in the post, then it will discard it and throw it out, and it will not show up here. What do we want to happen with that record? We want it to right now just display in Swift Radar only. We're working on more options for this, but basically it's a sort of if this then that type of machine where when certain criteria is met, then take some action. That could look like in the near future export to Swift CRM, or email you, something like that. And this is also paused. If you go on vacation, you just might want to pause these or something like that. And you can whitelist, and whitelist requires that the phrase must be there. So it would only show up if we click whitelist. The phrase must be there in order to produce a match. If you click blacklist, all of the feeds from this, all of the records from this feed, except for anything that contains a blacklisted phrase, which will get thrown out, will appear in your feed. So I think you get the idea. We have a couple different types of signals that you can watch. YouTube channels, which is misspelled, we'll get that fixed. It will allow you to automatically get notified every time a new video shows up in some YouTube channel, and that might be useful for a product that you care about or a competitor or whatever that is for you. RSS feeds, tons of websites have RSS feeds. The majority of them do, I would say. You just have to look around for them, and that's useful for that sort of thing, for monitoring change and staying abreast of the world. Twitter, same sort of thing. It's very useful real-time information. Google Analytics. This is something that we're adding new, and that'll allow you to check your search engine rankings and stuff like that. We're adding multiple page types here. This only says single panel, but up next we'll have something called Inbox, where it's sort of almost like an email where we've got a list on this side and a preview on the right. We'll also have multiple panels and stuff like that. And you've got your choice, and stock ticker, right? That's just going to monitor a stock price. Anyway, if you have a certain signal that you'd like to show up here, by all means let us know. We're not some big anonymous company. You can always click on help at any time, and it'll bring you open to the support center and look for additional help and resources. But as I mentioned, Swift Radar is currently free, so jump on in and tailor it to your use. It can absolutely help you grow your business.